guys, we are back with a brand new episode on the channel. We are the Fact Miners and today we are going to learn about elements, compounds and mixtures.
Elements. An element is a pure substance that cannot be broken down further by any physical or chemical methods. There are about 118 elements known today. 92 of them are natural and 26 are man-made. Elements are made up of atoms which are identical. Some common elements are oxygen, hydrogen, gold, silver, sulfur, nitrogen, and iodine, etc. An element is represented by a chemical symbol.
Representation of elements. An element is represented by a chemical symbol. Chemical symbols are derived on the basis of certain rules. First rule. Chemical symbols can be made of only one or two letters. Second rule. The symbols of some elements can be made of their Latin names. Usually, the first letter of the element name becomes the symbol of that element. However, there are some elements which start with the same letter, so the second letter is used.
Here are some elements with their chemical symbols. Hydrogen H, carbon C, nitrogen N, oxygen O, phosphorus P, sulfur S, iodine I, helium He, magnesium Mg, aluminium Al, silicon Si, chlorine Cl, manganese Mn, cobalt Co, and zinc Zn.
Compounds. Compounds are pure substances which are found when two or more elements combine together chemically in a fixed proportion. For example, water, which is made up of two elements, oxygen and hydrogen, combined in the ratio 1:2. Table salt is a compound made up of two elements too. It is combined of sodium and chlorine, chemically combined in the ratio 1:1.
Representation of compounds. A molecule of a compound can be represented by a chemical formula. The chemical formula of a molecule represents the number of atoms of various elements present in one molecule of that compound. A chemical formula has to be on the basis of the following rules. First, the chemical formula should have two parts, cation and anion. Second, charges are interchanged and written as subscription next to each part.
Here are some compounds, the chemical formulas and their chemical name. Water, H2O, hydrogen oxide. Table salt, NaCl, sodium chloride. Sugar in the glucose form, C6H12O6, and its chemical name is D-glucose. Compound sugar in the sucrose form, C12H22O11, and its chemical name is sucrose. Compound quicklime, CaO, calcium oxide. Sand, SiO2, silicon oxide. Baking soda, NaHCO3, sodium bicarbonate. Galena, PbS, lead sulfide. Marble, CaCO3, calcium carbonate. Potash, K2CO3, potassium carbonate.
Mixtures. Mixtures are formed when two or more pure substances are physically mixed together, in which pure substances retain their individual properties. The constituents that make up a mixture are not chemically combined. Constituents of a mixtures can be separated by physical methods, for example, salt, sugar, sand, etc.
Homogeneous mixtures. A mixture in which the compounds are uniformly distributed is called a homogeneous mixture. The components are not clearly visible and cannot be identified specifically. There are two types of homogeneous mixtures, solution and alloy.
Solution. A solution is the homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. The compound that gets dissolved in the formation of solution is called as a solute. The component in which the solute gets dissolved is called as the solvent. The example of a solution is the solution of sugar and water. Here, the sugar is the solute and the water is the solvent. If a solution cannot dissolve any more solute at the specific temperature and time, the solution is said to be saturated. Water is known as the universal solvent because it dissolves almost every type of solute in the world.
Alloy. An alloy is the homogeneous mixture of a metal with another metal or a non-metal. The components are heated to a high temperature so that they melt and after solidification forms an alloy. Examples of alloys are brass, aluminium, cast iron, bronze, metal sludge, steel, copper, stainless steel, etc.
Heterogeneous mixtures. A mixture in which the components are distributed non-uniformly is called as heterogeneous mixtures. The components of such mixture remain clearly visible and can be identified specifically. A mixture of soil and iron fillings is a good example of heterogeneous mixture. Such is the mixture of chalk powder and water. A heterogeneous mixture is of one type suspension.
Suspension. Suspension is a type of mixture in which a component does not dissolve completely in another component. In such a mixture, the particles that do not dissolve remain unequally distributed throughout the mixture. Such particles may settle down when the mixture is left undisturbed for some time. Thank you for watching the video. Be sure to like and subscribe the channel, and sayonara.